Hello students, today we will solve numerical problems of NCERT textbook exercise. First question is, an athlete completes one round of a circular track of diameter 200 meter in 40 seconds. What will be the distance covered and the displacement at the end of 2 minute 20 seconds? So there is a circular track of diameter 200 meter, AB is diameter. The radius of this circular track is half of the diameter, that is 100 meter. Distance covered in 40 seconds is equal to 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the circumference of the circle. So time taken to complete one round is 40 seconds. So when we put the values of pi and r, it will come out to be 4400 divided by 7 meter. Now total time is equal to 2 minute 20 seconds. We have to find the distance covered and the displacement at the end of 2 minute and 20 seconds, which is equal to 140 seconds. Now time taken to complete one round is 40 seconds. Total time is 140 seconds. So number of complete rounds will be equal to 140 divided by 40 is equal to 3.5 rounds. Now distance covered in one round is this much, 4400 divided by 7 meter. We have to find out the distance covered in 3.5 rounds. So we will multiply 4400 divided by 7 with 3.5 and we will get 2200 meter. Now displacement in 3.5 rounds. Now the athlete will start from point A and he will cover 3.5 rounds. The one round will be completed when the athlete comes to point A again. One round, then two round, three round, and half round. After 3.5 round, the athlete will be at point B. So initial position is at point A and final position is at point B. So displacement is the shortest distance between initial and final position. The shortest distance is equal to the diameter. And diameter is 200 meter. Next question. Joseph jogs from one end A to other end P of a straight 300 meter road in 2 minutes and 30 seconds and then turn around and jogs 100 meter back to point C in another 1 minute. What are Joseph's average speed and velocities in jogging from A to B and from A to C? So AB is equal to 300 meter and B to C is 100 meter. So from A to B, total distance is 300 meter. Time is 2 minutes 30 seconds, which is equal to 150 seconds. Average speed is equal to total distance upon time. Total distance is 300 divided by 150 is the time. So we will get 2 meters per second. Average velocity is total displacement upon time. Displacement is 300 from A to B and time is 150. So we will again get 2 meters per second. Now from A to C. From A to C, total distance is 300 plus distance from B to C, that is 100 meter. So total is 400. Time taken from A to B is 2 minutes 30 seconds, and from B to C 1 minute. So total time is 3 minutes 30 seconds. 3 minutes 30 seconds equal to 210 seconds. So average speed is total distance upon time. Total distance is 400 and time is 200. So this is equal to 1.9 meter per second. Now displacement, A is the initial point, C is the final. So displacement is 300 minus 100, that is 200 meter, and time is 210 seconds. So average velocity is total displacement upon time, 200 divided by 210, that is 0.95 meter per second. Third is, Abdul, while driving to school, compute the average speed for his trip to be 20 km per hour. On his return trip along the same route, there is less traffic and the average speed is 30 km per hour. What is the average speed for Abdul trip? So let the distance from A to B is x. Time is, from A to B, the speed is 20 km per hour. So time taken is distance upon speed, x by 20 hours. Now distance from B to A is again x. Time is t2 and speed is 30 km per hour. So time taken is x by 30. Average speed is total distance upon total time. Total distance is from A to B x, then B to A again x. So this is 2x. Time is t1 plus t2. When we solve it by taking x common from denominator, x cancel x of denominator with the numerator x, we will get 24 km per hour. Now fourth question, a motorboat starting from rest on a lake accelerate in straight line at a constant rate of 3 meter per second square. This is acceleration for 8 seconds. How far does the boat travel during this time? So this is a simple one. Initial speed is 0, acceleration is 3 meter per second, time is 8 seconds. Directly we will apply equation s equal to ut plus half at square, and you will get the answer 96 meter. Now next is, a driver of a car traveling at 52 km per hour applies the brake and accelerate uniformly in opposite direction. The car stops in 5 seconds. So initial speed is 52 km per hour and final speed is 0 because the car stops in 5 seconds. Another driver going at 3 km per hour speed applies the brake slowly and stops in 10 seconds. On the same graph paper, plot the speed versus time graph for two cars. Which of the two cars travel farther after the brakes were applied? For driver A, initial speed is 52 km per hour. We will convert it into meter per second by multiplying it with 5 by 18. So this is 14.4 meter per second is the initial speed. Time to stop is 5 seconds. Final speed is 0. So we will find acceleration. It will come out to be negative, and negative means retardation. And put the values of V, U, A in this equation. V square minus U square equal to 2S. V is given, U is given, A is given. We can find out S. So when we put the values, we will get S equal to 35.7 meter. Now for driver B, initial speed is 3 km per hour converted into meter per second. When we convert, we will get 5 by 6 meter per second. Time to stop is 10 seconds. Final speed is 0. Again find out acceleration, which is negative. means retardation is there. Now put the values in this equation, we will get S equal to 4.16 meter. Now when we plot a graph, speed time graph, for driver A, when time is 0, initial speed is 14.4. So this point represent the initial speed, and when time is 5 second, final speed is, when time is 5 second, final speed is 0. Similarly for driver B, initial speed is 5 by 6, that is 0.83 meter per second. So initially the driver B is at here, and final speed when time is 10 second, final speed is 0. So final speed is 0. So this is the graph. This is the graph for driver A, and this is for driver B. So from this we see that the driver A travel more distance than driver B. Now this figure shows distance time graph for three objects A, B and C. Study the graph and answer the following questions. Which of the three is traveling the fastest? So we know that in distance time graph, the slope of the graph gives the speed. So here we see that the slope of B is more than C and A. So slope of B is greater than C and A. So B travel faster than C. Now B, are all the three ever at the same point on the road? So we see from the graph that all the three do not meet at a single point. It means they do not meet at a single point, as they do not intersect at any point. Now C is how far C is how far has C traveled when B passes A. So B passes A at this point. So when B passes A at this point, how much C has traveled? So we see that when B passes A, C is at this point, and this point is at a distance 8 km from the origin. But initially when time is 0, the C is at here. So when B passes A, we have to calculate this distance. So initially we will find this much distance. So we know that on y-axis 7 small squares, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 small square is equal to 4 kilometers. So one small square is equal to 4 by 7 kilometer. So from here to here there are 4 small squares. So 4 small box is equal to 16 by 7 kilometer. So C is at 16 by 7 kilometer from the origin initially. When B passes A, C is at 8 km from origin. Therefore C has traveled 8 minus 16, This distance is 16 by 7. 8 minus 60 by 7. So we will get 5.71 kilometer. Now D is how far has B traveled by the time it passes C. Now B passes the C at this point. And this point is at here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 small square. 1 square is equal to 4 by 7. So 9 square will be equal to 9 into 4 by 7 kilometer. That is 36 by 7 kilometer. It means B has traveled 16 by 7 kilometer by the time it passes C. So B has traveled a distance of 5.14 kilometer when B passes C. Next is ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meter. If velocity increases uniformly at the rate of 10 meter per second square, what with what velocity will it strike the ground? After what time will it strike the ground? So distance covered by the wall is 20 meter. Acceleration is 10 meter per second square. Initial speed is 0. We have to find final speed. So we will apply equation v square is equal to u square plus 2s. Put the values of u, a and s. We will get v equal to 20 meter per second. Then we have to find time taken. So we will apply equation b equal to u plus at. Put the value of v, u0, a 10. Then t will come out to be 2 seconds. Now the speed time graph for a car is shown in figure. Now our first question is find how far does the car travel in the first 4 seconds. Shade the area on the graph that represent the distance traveled by the car during the period. So first 4 seconds, this is the first 4 seconds, 0 to 4. This is a speed time graph. So we know that the area under the graph represent the distance covered by the car from 0 to 4. So we have to calculate this area. Now this area is equal to the area of a triangle. Base is 4, height is 6. So the area will come out to be 1 by 2 base into height, that is 12 meter. Now second part, which part of the graph represent uniform motion of the car? So we see that from 6 to 10 seconds the graph is straight line parallel to time axis. This represents the speed is not changing with time or the car is in uniform motion. So the car is in uniform motion from 6 to 10 seconds. Next is state which of the following situations are possible and give an example for each of these. First is an object with a constant acceleration but with zero velocity. Acceleration is constant but velocity is zero. So example is when we throw a object vertically upward, at the highest point its velocity is 0 and acceleration is equal to the acceleration due to gravity, that is 9.8 meter per second. Second, an object moving with an acceleration but with uniform speed. So when object move in a circular motion, its speed is uniform but there is acceleration. An object moving in a certain direction with an acceleration in the perpendicular. So this happens in circular motion, the velocity changes due to change in direction. So there is acceleration which is towards the center of the circle along the radius perpendicular to the velocity. Now last question is, an artificial satellite is moving in a circular orbit of radius 42,250 km. Calculate its speed if it takes 24 hours to revolve around the earth. So this is a simple one. Distance covered is equal to circumference of the orbit. We will apply formula 2 pi r. Time is 24 hours, so speed is distance upon time. So you will get your answer. Speed is 11,065.4 km per hour. If we take time in second, then we have to convert 24 hour into second, and you can convert kilometer into meter also. Then your answer will be meter per second. Thank you.